Well, for those of you who don't know, we are going to check out Belal Muhammad's first fight against Leon Edwards today on the show, which I've been licking my chops. I couldn't help myself, man. I went back. I had to watch it today. I couldn't help myself. I'm watching Joe Martinez introduce you. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, here it is. Oh, dude, I'm so fired up. Belal Muhammad, age 32. Look at you. Look a little young there, huh? It's amazing. We all age quickly. We're just going to go through this, maybe commentate a little bit, chop it up. Belal, any initial thoughts? You've certainly watched this here and there.
Yeah, man. I'm excited for it. I think we just do the commentary thing about it. I call dibs on DC. Eric, you can take this.
So I got Fitz, right?
Yeah, you be Fitz.
Yeah, John wasn't there. It is fascinating, Belal, just watching this. Yeah, I did watch it today. I got a little bit of an advantage, but look at the judges.
Last night.
Did you?
Yep.
See, Belal,
look at the judge, Mike Bell, a guy who gave the Shevchenko fight a 10-8. And this round, he gave it a 10-9. So for the people that we're going back to rewatch it, what I wanted to rewatch it for is because those fans that probably never watched it, and they'll just say, man, Leon killed you. Leon dominated you. Leon did this to you. And I'm like, did you watch it? What did you watch? What did you see? You just see a replay of a head kick and nothing happened after that. So I'm like, Let's rewatch it together because maybe I'm delusional myself and don't remember that I got beat up or killed or this or that. So I'm like, let's rewatch it and see what happened.
I think it's worth noting too. I remember this was the fight that Lou had COVID, right?
Yeah, and that's what I said. Put it into context. This is 2 weeks after fighting Diego Lima, beating Diego Lima. They called me up short notice to fight Leon Edwards. Lou catches COVID fight week, and they brought us out actually 2 weeks beforehand to do like the filming and stuff for the main eventing. It was my first main event. I was like, what do we have to go out 2 weeks early for? If I'm taking a fight on 2 weeks notice. So we had to go out right away. And for some reason they did the COVID testing right away. Lou was out of my corner. First fight Lou's ever been out of my corner. So we had a little swap in. And yeah, this is our first fight. Let's check it out. Also right here, this is the funny part where I'm making fun of myself about it, but I didn't realize that we had to do a face-off. So then I was like, wait, when they called me to the middle, I was like, wait, you got to do a face-off? Oh, crap. And I was like, you know what? Let me do the Jose Aldo and look down. And I looked like away from it. And I was like, oh, crap.
Brooklyn Wren is with us tonight. Thank you, Brooklyn. That's what you're looking for, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Belal Muhammad just looking increasingly calmer as these big opportunities present themselves for him. If you don't think my commentary is going to be pro Belal, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I'm going to be unbiased here, but I'm just going to say that the light-skinned guy looks really good. But yeah, the beginning of the thing, I think is more of a filling out process. Like I said, I just came back from fighting Diego Lima, who's a orthodox fighter. This is southpaw, so it's a big switch. So you want to play the outside foot game, right? Southpaw against orthodox. See who gets that foot placement better.
Yeah, I like your movement there. Drop step and then the J step into the circle. It's kind of a little smoother way to get ahead of that lead foot. Just it's kind of a sneaky way to get out. There's drop step and then recircle to your left.
And rewatching, I look at myself and I'm like, man, your footwork is not as polished as it is now. Obviously, I've grown a lot from it, but those earlier overhand rights was terrible distancing for myself. But it's more, I think, for both of us. First grappling exchange, initiated by Leon. He has double underhooks. Usually the stronger guy in double underhooks will dominate that position. But as you can see, Bully B has really good wrestling here.
And reverses the position and puts Leon up against the fence and elbows him in the back of the fucking head.
Yeah, that's a nice short elbow there, man.
Right.
I don't know if you can curse on air or not.
Sorry. And and on this show, I should be fudging, but that went a little unnoticed on the regular broadcast.
Send it.
Yeah, I think literally so far it really has been nothing, and it's been more just trying to gauge distance, trying to find distance, playing the foot game. But for myself, I can see myself like giving up real estate right there, backing up.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing there for me to back up. And I was doing it for giving him that spot to take the spot. And then
that's a big
kick that everybody comes at, right? But after that, there was literally 6 strikes that he missed. And we're back to the spot. And obviously, it's me just trying to get my wits back about me. Even with that spot over there, it was more so bad footwork for myself that was backing myself up to the cage. Nothing really that he did. And another takedown initiated by him. And
Reversed
this
again.
is me right now, just reversing it and probably just getting my my wits back about me.
You know, and that head kick was clean, but a lot of the other shots were blocked in this round. Blocks sound loud in a quiet apex.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, and like I said, people could sit there and they'll listen to the commentary of Bisping and DC, but like as we know, Bisping is very biased toward London fighters. You know, DC's black, so obviously he's gonna go for the black fighter.
Oh, bully.
But here, we're 2 minutes left, and nothing since that head kick was really much. And I think now I'm starting to gauge the distance, right? That overhand right, it was blocked, but it was way better than the first overhand rights where it's just like thrown at the air. And I think, see how he backs up a lot? I think for me, it's taking that real estate and not letting him off the hook with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think using that kick as well, man. That open stance kick for you as well.
Oh, the first eye poke. I wonder if it was warned by Herb Dean there.
Looks like it was.
I wonder if it was a stern warning, right?
I do wonder how many
get
fans
warned in the back.
What's that?
They usually say this is your first warning in the back when the ref comes in and talks to you.
How many people remember there was an eye poke in both rounds? What's that?
He looks uncomfortable when I'm moving forward, right? But I think I'm just letting him off the hook here for no reason. Another time, me get backing up for no reason. That was a nice jab by Bully B.
I was about to say you should utilize that more.
Okay, nice jab by Leon, but
that was a clean one too.
You know, nice chin there. But Bully, you know, I watched this earlier, right? And I think maybe we missed it, but you had a clean body kick at one point in this round that, with respect, wasn't recognized by the broadcast. You know, but you know, yeah, okay, say 10-9 Leon here, but certainly not dominant. You know, and right again, certainly controlling the position. And the commentary was talking about you sort of getting in there and how Leon was maybe pushing the initiative more, and that was typically your style. They did allude to that. So corner, talk to your boy.
Yeah, I think definitely get your lead hand going a little bit more, and I would split the two down the alley. So once the lead hand touches, I would get my cross off that center line. I'd also ask him to throw that body kick a little bit more because we've noticed that we're not too worried about Leon initiating any of that wrestling. We're not worried about getting taken down. So I would kick the body out of the open stance and or the inside low to negate some of Leon's stance switches. Doesn't do it a whole lot, but that inside low kick when he goes from orthodox into southpaw would help kind of disrupt some of his timing. So I'd keep it real simple, but just maybe 2 or 3 things and be done.
I love it. And for those of you who don't know, Mike Valley did a great job in the corner here too, telling him, what are we going to do? We're going to sprint. Bully's like, we're going to sprint, right? Ready to sprint. Not much opportunity, Belal.
Yeah, I mean, for us, sprint is moving forward. Stop giving up the real estate. Start pushing it. Start pushing the pace more on him. Like I said, for us, it was feeling him out because that was 2 years off before, you know, since he's fought. So that was like seeing what version we're going to see of Leon. Because before that, I don't think the last person he fought was like RDA 2 years before this fight. So we really didn't know what the guy was. Like I said, this guy sits out a lot. I mean, beginning of the second round, I feel like that's what we're doing. We're starting to move forward a little bit more. I feel like we gauge the distance a little bit better. And literally 15 seconds in, we get eye poked. So there's really nothing that happened in the second round.
Yep.
You're good there, Cody.
Cody, can you rewind it just to the back of that? Never mind, it's all good. I was going to bring it back to the beginning of the round. Right here. So watch when he drops back out of this stance. There. Now watch him drop back. There's your inside low.
Yeah.
So you not allow him to get his feet underneath him. You're going to disrupt the timing of his inside outsides. So once he's in one stance and shifts over to the other stance, there's nothing really like, open stance. You don't want to throw anything naked, of course. So you just throw a blinder. But remember, it's not necessarily naked because he's actually in motion. So once he steps back into that southpaw stance, you flash something upstairs, whatever it is, but utilize that flash to blast that inside low kick, disrupt his rhythm and timing off that drop step.
No, that's a great point. And like rewatching it, like you said, there was going back and he would do those stance switches, but there's nothing there. But if I did make him pay for those stance switches, it would make him avoid doing it, right? And
correct.
Yeah, these are all little things you pick up, and obviously great mind from you. And it was for me, obviously, if I do fight him again, 100%. But just going back to that round, like, what are you rating that round? Are you rating it a 10-7, like the Twitter world?
Round one?
Yeah.
No, round one is a 10-9 for Leon because of the most impactful strike in that round was the head kick. And other than that, it was not like you didn't get washed, but you have to just say what was the most impactful strike in that entire round, and that strike was that head kick by Leon. But I will say this, like in a 5-round fight, you have so much time to make adjustments and figure things out that I would have been fine with that round had I been in your corner. I would have been fine if that second round, if it was the second round, we were down 0-2. Because in my mind, it's a lot of data collection in a 5-round fight. And those first 2 rounds are very important in the filling out process. When Francis fought Gone, we were down 0-2 in my opinion, but then it was like, okay, now we have to make the switch. It's just a whole new fight, starts over. It's a 3-rounder from that point on.
And Leon is a gifted striker, so I'm not trying to take anything away, but it is fascinating when you make the decision to sprint, right? That's when the eye poke gets worse. 2 eye pokes in the round. He's controlling distance to some degree with his fingers. It's not necessarily a coincidence that when you start to close the distance a little bit, that's what happens. Am I nuts?
No, I mean, it's like great point. And it's like, honestly, if you're looking at it, like certain refs would even disqualify him because he's putting his finger out there, that line. So it's at the ref's discretion. So like if he would have went out there and said, that's a DQ. I warned you multiple times. You did it in the first round. We stopped it. I warned you sternly there. You did it the second time. The fight's over because of that. The fight could have been stopped there. And obviously for me, I'm not going to I wouldn't want to win like that. But if I would have got the win like that, it would have made it clear that, all right, I get my automatic rematch with a guy like that. And they could say like, oh, you didn't earn that spot. But at that time I was on a 5-fight winning streak and I took a 3-week notice fight against a guy like Leon that nobody wanted to fight, who's number 3 at the time. And there was nobody that was willing to step up. So for being a man, like you would want to give that guy the rematch because you created the foul. You're the one that did the error to end the fight, right? It wasn't a real fight. There's no finalization to it. It wasn't like it was the 5th round and we knew that this was going to happen or you were up 4 rounds to 0. It was literally 1 round. Second round, you created the foul. And the fact that he's trying to push the narrative, oh, I was killing him that first round, so I would have killed him for the next 4. When I literally didn't initiate any takedowns yet, so I didn't use any wrestling. I didn't barely use any pressure at all. And we were just starting to get to that point. And it's 15 seconds to the second round, and we lose. Not lose, well, we lose the opportunity to do what we wanted to do.
Yeah, and
Leon, did Herb say anything about that, about why there wasn't a DQ rather than a no contest?
And no, it's literally funny because literally in the back, when they're filming, they have like the people that are following you. Yep. And Mike Valley literally told Herb, like, hey, this guy sticks his fingers out there because he does it a lot. We've seen it in an RDA fight. And we literally told Herb that in the back. And Herb's like, okay, for sure, I'll watch it. And I like asked the people from the UFC to send me that part. And they were like, oh, we don't own that film. Because they said it was something, it was somebody else that was like filming it, I guess. And they never sent it. But I wanted to be like, if I would have posted that right after Herb did it, I was like, we told Herb in the back. We warned Herb in the back. He gave him a warning in the first round when he poked me in the eye. In the second round, he doesn't give him a DQ. It's like, why do you pick and choose? When are you pick and choose that way? Like,
where's the consistency at? That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Because we've seen that be a DQ in the past. Why not be a DQ in that situation when there's already was one infraction to begin with?
Yep.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, like I'm not sitting there crying like, oh man, it should have been a DQ.
Right. No one wants that. Yeah. But it's just interesting.
Yeah. It's a scenario, right? It's like, if that was a DQ, that would have been, all right, well, I would have fought Leon Edwards 4 years ago, rematch right away. Because I wouldn't want to win like that. So I would have been like, I'll give this rematch. And they would have made it. He would have never fought Nate Diaz and then got a title shot off of beating Nate Diaz. and I would have had to go through the trenches of beating 4 top 5 guys. But hey, here we are.